The Marine Products Export Development Authority, MPEDA, began its long journey from 1972 with remarkable contributions to the overall growth of seafood sector. It is a great occasion to celebrate the Golden Jubilee of MPEDA when the nation celebrates 75th year of independence as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Today is a big day for us when we celebrate the 49th MPEDA Day and the beginning of celebrations. On this auspicious occasion, we remember all our former employees and their families. On this auspicious occasion, a well-illuminated MPEDA head office enhances the beauty of this situation. The colors of the year-long Golden Jubilee celebrations will unfold and enlighten all of us. We heartily welcome all of you who are present here and all those who are virtually participating in this function.
Let us welcome the chief guest of the day, Shri Mohammad Yusuf, IRS, Commissioner of Customs, Kochi, to the much-awaited MPEDA Day celebration 2021. Shri Mohammad Yusuf, IRS, joined Revenue Service, Customs, and Central Excise in the year 1996. Before being promoted to the grade of Commissioner, he worked in various places such as Kolkata, Karwar, Mangalore, Mysore, and Bangalore. He has served the department in different capacity in Central Excise, Service Tax, and Customs. He has also worked as departmental representative in the Appellate Tribunal. Following his promotion to the grade of Commissioner, initially he has posted as Commissioner of Central Tax and Central Excise Audit in the year 2017 and presently working as Commissioner of Customs, Cochin. Sir, we are pleased by your gracious presence.
We welcome you to the inaugural ceremony of MPEDA Golden Jubilee year. Let us commence the functions of the day with an invocation by Ms. Sarita.
प्रभु महान विचार कार्य तेरे कितने अद्भुत जो तूने बनाए, देखूं तारे सुनो गर्जन भयंकर सामर्थ्य तेरी सारे भूमंडल पर प्रशंसा हो वे प्रभु यीशु की, कितना महान प्रशंसा हो वे प्रभु यीशु की, कितना महान कितना महान कितना महान कितना महान.
Thank you, Ms. Sarita. For an organization, all the former and present officials are unforgettable. With heavy heart, we remember the MPEDA members who departed for heavenly abode in the last 2 years. They are Dr. A.S. Upadhyay, Joint Director, Shri Mahesh Kumar Ratilal Soni, Accounts Assistant, and Pensioners, Shri Parimal Kumar Mandal, Shri K.K. Chandran, Shri Gatiteshi Eshudas, Shri V.V. Shivan, Shri C.T. Achudan, Shri M.P. Haran, Shri A.S. Shanoy, Shri K. Jagdish, Shri K. Sudhagara, Shri S.D. Karunan Dhavari, Shri Raju V, Shri Subbarao N, Shri Bhimcharan Soran, and Sri K. Ramakrishnan. May we request all to rise up for a silent prayer in honor of their memories.
Thank you, ma'am. May I invite Sri K.S. Pradeep IFS, Secretary MPEDA and President MPEDA Staff Club for offering the welcome address.
Namaskar and good evening to everyone. Respected Chairman MPEDA Sri K. Srinivas IAS, Honorable Chief Guest Sri Mohammad Yusuf IRS, Commissioner of Customs Cochin, Vice Chairman MPEDA Sri Aditya Das, Dr. M. Karthikeyan, Director MPEDA, Sri Jagdish Fofandi, National President SCAI, Sri Elias Seth, Secretary General SCAI, members from the trade, representatives of MPEDA Pensioners Forum, officials of MPEDA, and dear colleagues. It is a moment of great privilege and honor for me to extend a hearty welcome to all for the 49th annual day of MPEDA and inauguration of the Golden Jubilee celebrations, which coincides with Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav. The Government of India established the Marine Product Export Development Authority on 20th April 1972 by an Act of Parliament. On this day in 1972, MPEDA was formally inaugurated by Honorable Deputy Minister for Foreign Trade, Sri A.C. George, and was presided over by Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala, Sri C. Achyuta Menon. MPEDA has played a major role in modernizing the industry that paved the way for higher exports. The authority is giving prominence to market promotion, capture fisheries, culture fisheries, processing infrastructure and value addition, quality control, research and development. Over the decades, MPEDA made major contributions in the growth of the seafood exports. Indian marine exports became one of India's fastest growing industries. From a mere 38,903 ton exported in 1972, the figure has reached a massive 11.5 lakh tons at present. Now on to my duty. Our chairman is our guiding force behind every endeavor. Sir, I am sure under your able leadership and guidance, MPEDA will definitely strive for new heights. I am privileged to welcome our chairman, Sri K. Srinivas IAS, to preside over this function. I welcome you, sir. We are extremely honored by the presence of Sri Mohammad Yusuf, Commissioner of Customs, who has kindly accepted our invitation despite his busy schedules. We are very fortunate to have his valuable presence here as our chief guest, and we look forward for your continued support to the seafood trade and MPEDA. I welcome Sri Mohammad Yusuf, Commissioner of Customs. Welcome, sir. I am delighted to welcome Vice Chairman MPEDA, Sri Aditya Das, who has kindly accepted our invitation to grace this function. As an authority member, he is always supportive of all our activities. I welcome Sri Aditya Das, Vice Chairman MPEDA, to this function. Dr. M. Karthikeyan, Director MPEDA, has been the pillar of strength for all our activities. His energy level is amazing and he always comes up with new ideas. I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Karthikeyan, Director, to this function. Sri Jagdish Fofandi, National President SCAI, along with his brigade of seafood exporters, is very active in all our initiatives. We have great pleasure in welcoming you and look forward for your cooperation in all our endeavor. I welcome Sri Elias Seth, Secretary General SCAI. I extend warm welcome to Sri Elias Seth, Secretary General SCAI, to this program. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can't forget the hard work and the contribution of our retired officials for the growth of MPEDA to the present stature. I welcome the representative of MPEDA Pensioner Forum to this program. The dedicated officials are the strength of MPEDA. I extend a very warm welcome to all MPEDA officials to this program. Thank you all for making a valuable present on this occasion. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We welcome you also, sir. Now, we acknowledge our chief guest, Shri Mohammad Yusuf IRS, Commissioner of Customs, Kochi, for inaugurating the MPEDA Golden Jubilee celebrations by lighting the traditional lamp.
Thank you all. Now, may I invite Shri Aditya Das, Vice Chairman, MPEDA, to offer felicitation.
Thank you, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, Sir, Mohammad Yusuf, Honorable Chairman, Sir, MPEDA, and other respected guests, thank you very much for allowing me to speak in this joyous occasion of 50 years of MPEDA. In 50 years, India is now a seafood powerhouse. And I think that is something we should all celebrate. And the celebration is not just limited to the amazing achievements of the seafood industry in India, but also for MPEDA. MPEDA, I believe, and I think its objective analysis, is a very forward-thinking organization. Some of the key highlights I would like to say is that we have an R&D body such as RGCA, and RGCA has many feathers in its cap. We already established NACSA, the National Center for Sustainable Aquaculture, and keep in mind that MPEDA was already promoting sustainability when industry players were just about to adopt it. Then there is the Netfish initiative to promote best practices among smallholder fishermen. We have the self-certification scheme, Safari scheme, keeping in line with international best practices such as BAP and the Aquaculture Stewardship Council. And in cutting-edge technologies such as platforms and marketplaces, we have launched initiatives like the eSanta platform. So given such an impressive track record that we have achieved in 50 years, let us focus our sights for the next 50 years. I think our main energy should focus on differentiating Indian seafood in the global seafood marketplace. People should ask, I want Indian shrimp. I want Indian wild-caught seafood. Not just, I want shrimp. What is your price? And I think MPEDA is taking the steps in the right direction. Also, our other bodies such as the RGCA and NACSA, we should integrate them with the global community, such as the global startup community, and partner with relevant startup accelerators such as Hatch and connect the smallholder farmers of Naxa with the impact investment community. So I'm going to keep it short because there are a lot more other important speakers, and it's a great, joyous day to celebrate. Once again, thank you for giving me this occasion to speak, and it's a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I invite Dr. M. Karthikeyan, Director MPEDA, to offer felicitation.
Very good evening to all. Respected Chairman, sir, respected Chief Guest of today's function, Secretary, sir, my dear colleagues, the National President, SCA, the Vice Chairman of MPEDA, the Secretary General, and all retired employees and the officials of RGCA, MPEDA, as well as all the societies of MPEDA. A very good evening. I'm really proud and I'm happy that I am part of MPEDA's family now. MPEDA is entering into the 50th year, that is the Golden Jubilee. And MPEDA has done a marvelous job during the past 50 years, almost 49 years. It has done a marvelous job, and we are entering into the 50th year. And with the contribution of MPEDA, the seafood sector has developed in a larger way. And the export, what is happening today, is mainly attributed to the contribution of MPEDA in various aspects, particularly on the marine sector as well as on the aquaculture sector. To mention about few things, like we, as the new societies like RGCA, previously we have established society called OSPAC and TASPAC, where the shrimp farming hatcheries have been established in Andhra Pradesh and Orissa. Because of that, the scientific shrimp farming happened in India, and that has led to the production and that has led to the exports. Previously, our exports were not crossing 10,000 crores. Now we are doing almost 50,000 crores, mainly because of the aquaculture sector. So the contribution of MPEDA is it's like we cannot compare with any other organization. So the MPEDA's contribution is it's not matchable with any other organization. So to come to my job of felicitation. So MPEDA is entering into the 50th year celebration, and we are going to have the programs all along the whole year, along with our Bharat the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. So we have today we have the inaugural program inauguration by the chief guest today, and with this, for the whole year we'll have different celebrations. Like we'll be launching the Golden Jubilee logo of MPEDA with the permission of DOC, and then we'll also be launching the 50-year mnemonic of MPEDA, and we'll also be bringing out a PEP video on the journey of MPEDA for the past 50 years, so that the MPEDA's contribution to that sector all along the last 49 years will be depicted to the whole world. And we'll also be organizing various campaigning for the marketing of fish. What we are doing right now is the participation in trade fairs, virtual meets and all. So the whole year we'll be doing a lot of activities for promoting the Indian seafood in the international and national market as well. And we'll also be doing a lot of national and international seminars to ensure that we can contribute for the exporters as well as for the farmers in bringing in new technologies and equipping them with newer technologies, so that we can enhance our production and we can increase our exports. And we'll also be organizing virtual trade fairs and virtual aquaria type exhibitions for the benefit of the farming community. We're also planning to bring out the coffee table books on the activities of MPEDA, the covering the exporters who have done a wonderful job for the past 49 years, 50 years, and the farmers who have done wonderful job in the sector to increase the production in the country. And also we'll be covering the allied sectors like feed mills, hatcheries, and the input suppliers. So we'll be bringing out coffee table books covering activities of different sectors of the seafood line. And we'll also be conducting marine quiz for the students, both from the college as well as from the schools, so that the interest among the students, the next generation, will be taken into our sectors. And we will be recognizing the services rendered by the officials who are working right now in MPEDA, as well as the MPEDA officials who are already retired and who have contributed in different aspects of MPEDA's MPEDA's development. So we'll be recognizing their services and we'll be issuing mementos and felicitate them with the mementos during the whole year. So this is what the programs, what we are planning during the whole year of celebration of MPEDA Golden Jubilee year. And we in MPEDA, we are sure that we'll be doing the best thing to this exporting sector, not only for the exports, but also for the production. And we expect all the good support from the SCA as well as from all different allied sectors, so that we'll be able to do wonderful job in the next 25 or 50 years coming years, so that MPEDA's contribution will be remembered forever. Thank you also.
Thank you, sir. May I invite Dr. Ram Mohan MK, Joint Director, Quality Control, MPEDA, to offer felicitation.
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Mr. Mohammad Yusuf IRS, Commissioner of Customs, respected Chairman MPEDA, Director MPEDA, Secretary MPEDA, and my dear colleagues, and also the seafood exporters. The history of MPEDA denotes the 5 decades of total commitment to the development of the seafood industry in India. And it's very hard to depict the path and the contributions into such a small canvas. It all started with some export of dried fish from India to neighboring countries. And in 1953, first consignment of frozen shrimp was exported to USA. Considering the potential of the sector, the government in September 1961 has formed the Marine Products Export Promotion Council, and later on 24th August 1972, the organization named MPEDA was formed. Its history, and since then, the organization had been focusing on a 5-pronged strategy for the betterment of the sector, which was contributing just hardly 25 million rupees in 50s and is now contributing around 43,000 crores or even more in the current years. We had been focusing on capture fisheries. Later on, culture fisheries was added to it. Quality assurance, value addition, and market promotion. These had been our strategies, and it continues to be our strategy. And it has taken along all the sectors of the seafood sector in its growth and development. And I am fortunate that I am a part of this esteemed organization while it celebrates the Golden Jubilee. The organization had been constantly chipping efforts, not only in the development of the sector, but also in mitigating the trade blocks or impediments to the trade, which are affecting the trade. Right now also we are encountering, I was a part of the inspection by the GACC of China, which is inspecting the units of India. Almost 14-15 hours we are spending on each unit to enable them to get back to the approved list of GACC. This is the way of commitment which is shown by each and every employee of MPEDA. And we are given a very good task of 7.83 billion exports during the current year. And we have to double the exports in another 5 years. We at MPEDA are completely ready to dedicate ourselves to achieve those targets and offer the services to the sector with all the passions. At this moment, I wish all the best for all my colleagues, and thankfully remember the services of the pensioners who had contributed to this organization in an immense manner. Thank you all once again. Wish everyone all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I invite Sri Jagdish V. Fufande, National President SEAI to offer felicitations.
Good evening to all. Respected Chairman MPEDA, the Chief Guest of the day, Mohammed Yusuf Saab, Dr. Karthikeyan, Secretary Saab, my colleague Ilyas Sethji, and Mr. Das, Vice Chairman Sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of all of you and all our colleagues present today virtually and physically. On the onset, I would like to congratulate MPEDA and its employees for the immense contribution they have made to the trade and to the sector. And I congratulate you once again for this 50 years of golden contribution which you have made to this entire society of fishermen and fisheries. Sir, MPEDA has always been at the highest regards in the fisheries sector. As a student, and even on the onset of becoming the national president of the Seafood Exporters Association, in all my this journey, I have always held MPEDA, especially through its chairman and its staff in the regional offices also, at the highest respect because of the way they have conducted themselves in helping the industry grow. Sir, I would like to congratulate you once again. And in this 50 years, I think we have set ourselves new targets through the government's initiative. I would like to mention here is that we have had our 2 offices abroad, especially the European Union and at Japan and at the US also. I think the days have come now with the last 6 July's meeting of Honorable Prime Minister. He has informed all our embassies in all the countries to do more for the exporters. So I think us having our offices more so in more different countries are emerging markets. I think that should really help our sector. Not to say much, but I would really like to thank the MPEDA and its family, or our family, the MPEDA family, for the. I'm sure Mr. Ilyas will be speaking more on this, but thank you so much, sir. And I would like to congratulate once again MPEDA, and we would like to work hand in hand with MPEDA for the growth of this sector. Sir. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir. May I invite Shri Ilyas Seth, Secretary General, SEAI, to offer felicitation.
Yes, sir.
Shri Elias ji, please offer your felicitation. Shri Elias ji, can you offer the felicitation?
I think he's on the phone. I'll just call him up on that.
Shri Elias ji.
Sorry, sir. I was some other call was there. Yeah. Should I talk? Hello?
Yes, please offer the felicitations.
Sorry, should I? Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry for the, I was held up on something else. Sir, Chairman, sir, Chief Guest, Mr. Yusuf, Vice Chairman, our President, Jagdish, the Director, and all, each and every one who's gathered here today. Well, I think amongst all of us here, probably my association with MPEDA perhaps the longest. That goes to show with the gray beard and gray hair and all that. Sir, well, sir, I have gone through MPEDA I've seen 9 chairmen of MPEDA till now, and all of them, along with Pillai Saab and all of the chairmen who were there, have reached very senior positions in the government hierarchy. Right from the principal secretary to the prime minister, to the defense secretary, to so many other key positions in handling the affairs of the country. And I'm sure, sir, that you will also be one of those very senior bureaucrats of the country. With your approach, I'm sure that that will happen, inshallah. Sir, MPEDA, for me, has been the harbinger of the growth of the marine product export sector in India. Not only export sector, lot of original ideas in laying the seeds of growth of marine product exports and the fishery sector development in the country owes it to MPEDA for its original ideas, for its original methods. An example is the shrimp aquaculture, which started in India. The seed was sown by Marine Products Export Development Authority. I can say it with authority because I have expressed it, I've seen it myself. In the mid 80s, followed by the early 80s, MPEDA was the first one to start a pilot farming project, to hand it over to the farmers. MPEDA have started the first hatchery in India, in Vizag, followed up in one at Gopalpur, Orissa. And all those forays. And MPEDA was the first one to set up the best quarantine, considered to be one of the best in the world, the quarantine that is in Chennai. Okay? All these, and with all the other efforts that Aditya had mentioned earlier, about NAXA, about all those that he had mentioned, all these came subsequently. But the original seed of growth and the nurturing of this sector was done by MPEDA, Marine Products Export Development Authority. It is not only an export development authority, it was the development authority for fisheries in India. I would underline that and say, not only aquaculture, also in very novel fishery ventures. Recently, I have been to Andaman. I have seen the cage culture that is being done there. I have seen the sea ranching that is being practiced there. And I have also seen in other places the sea bass culture and all that is happening. Maybe some of the institutions can try to take credit for certain things. But during these 50 golden years, MPEDA has been responsible for the growth of the Indian marine product export sector from something like 500, 600 crores to today what we see of more than 46, 47,000 crores. This kind of growth, I don't think has happened particularly in the last 10 years. Very few sectors in India have had this kind of growth. And I'm not wearing a hat, but I would say hats off to the entire MPEDA and the entire team for this wonderful development, wonderful growth that has taken place of this sector. The kind of employment that it has provided by this sector, more than 15 million people today are involved in the sector. And so much. Today, why we are the leading exporters to USA? The USA office, MPEDA has done also a wonderful job, like the Japanese office have done, the other offices have done. So all this is written very clearly in my mind, indelibly, nobody can remove it. And it is there for everybody to learn, like they say, it is written on the sands of time. There's no doubt about it. So, sir, my all good wishes to MPEDA. They have done wonderfully well in this 50 years. And I am sure, inshallah, they'll do much better in the next 50 years. So thank you, sir. My good wishes are there for MPEDA, and particularly to you, sir. I would like to see you in one of the highest offices of bureaucracy in this country. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. May I invite Shri K. Srinivas, IAS, Honorable Chairman, MPEDA, for delivering the presidential address.
Today's chief guest, Shri Muhammad Yusuf, IRS and Commissioner of Customs in Kochi, who happens to be my good old friend and batchmate. Our association is almost 25 years now. So today, it's a very wonderful occasion. We are celebrating the 50th Formation Day of MPEDA and so many other celebrations also. I would like to mention, just 1 week back only, we had the 75th anniversary of our India's independence, Azadi Ki Amrit Mahotsav. And if you allow me to add, our batch, myself and Mr. Yusuf, we are also entering into 25th year of our service in government. So that way, the 75th year of Azadi, 50th year of MPEDA and 25th year of our service. So all three are coinciding today. So I'm very happy on this occasion. It's a wonderful journey. I think all the people who have joined, I think this is a great, is an occasion, and also because of maybe one of the positive effects of COVID, we can say. For the first time, I think all employees, all our offices across the country, all are hooked to the system now, and otherwise, know what we used to do. I remember 2 years back, we had a similar meeting, and in that meeting was held in Cochin alone. So whereas other people are not, they were not joining. But now, thanks to this virtual mode, we are able to join. Everybody is able to join in this meeting, and I'm sure. And I sincerely thank all the important persons, like right from Sri Aditya Dash, the Vice Chairman of MPEDA, and Sri Jagdish Fafandi, our National President, Seafood Exporters Association of India, and Sri Elias Seth, Secretary General. I can call him as the Bhishma Pitamaha of our marine industry in this country. So with his knowledge and experience, I think no one can equate his knowledge and experience in the industry. So all these people have joined in spite of their busy schedule, and that shows the solidarity the SCI is having with the MPEDA, because together we have grown in the last 50 years. Without SCI, there is no MPEDA, and without MPEDA, I'm sure there is no SCI also. So that is a thing. And on this auspicious occasion, I feel it is we have to look back. We have to look back in our journey, how the journey went on, and then we have to understand what is the current position. We have to also understand what should be the future prospects and what we should do in future. So a small presentation is there. I think if it is very, why don't you show that presentation? These days, without presentation, we can't speak. Yeah, there is one presentation. Yes, yes. See, I would like to briefly touch upon, there are only about 10 to 15, 10 to 12 slides are there. Because I thought we have to, some of our people have already touched upon some of these points, including Sri Aditya Dash and Jagdish Fafandi and Elias Seth, and my own officers also there, briefly touched upon, but I think it is next slide. Are you able to see this? Yeah. See, I just want to know, I just want to tell you the decadal growth of MPEDA. In 70s, I think we started in 72. In 70s, if you look at, I just touched upon some of the important events in that decade. Number one, even though we were just 1 year old in 73 itself, we started the first Indian seafood fair in 1973 in Mumbai. And we understood the importance of offices in foreign countries, because this is an export promotion body. So we opened an office, that trade promotion office in Tokyo in 77 itself. And other things, we also started, we expanded our office. We thought having one office in Kochi alone is not sufficient. So we need to have regional offices in all other states, all the coastal states. We started that. And we introduced the brackish water shrimp farming. Some of my other speakers have already spoken about that. And the first laboratory, the quality control laboratory, because without quality control, there is no export. And that is why in 76 itself, we opened the first quality control laboratory in Kochi. And the IQF concept, IQF, that individual quick freezing concept, we introduced in first decade itself. Then coming to the next decade, we opened another office in New York in 81, and that's still continuing. And we also started some aquaculture offices. And everybody, whenever we talk about MPEDA, everybody talks about two hatcheries, that is Tass Park and Oz Park. And without this, there is no aquaculture in the country. So I think we can take credit for starting aquaculture, even though strictly speaking, we are only trying to export the marine products, but without production, there is no export. So first of all, we have to start production. So that is why with that, and then we can't depend only on sea cod. So we need to have aquaculture also. So that is the thing, and that is why we wanted to start this aquaculture, and we started these two hatcheries, Tass Park and Oz Park. And I'm sure everybody appreciates that, everybody acknowledges these two, which have paved the way for similar hatcheries in the country. Now, I'm sure there may be more than 300 such hatcheries in the country. So we started like that in 80s. Coming to the 90s, we started this Indaqua, and now it has become Aqua Aquaria show now. And then when European Union banned exports from India in the 90s, 96, then we supported the industry to improve the infrastructure. And after that only the EU approved units have started. I'm very happy to say that more than 400 such EU approved units are located in India itself. Then, as someone mentioned, the RGCA, that is also, I forgot to mention, the RGCA is also celebrating 25th Silver Jubilee anniversary in this year. I'm sure we will try to have one function very soon about RGCA. And we launched in RGCA in 96. And we also started HACCP training. And one important aspect we started in this decade is the validation of this DS 2031 certificates for the US market. And I'm sure because of this only, all our exports are going to the USA. Every year, every day I see my people are issuing almost 200, 300 such certificates every day. Next slide. Yeah. Coming to the next decade, that is 2001 to 2010, we started the value addition schemes. So many value addition schemes are there. And because of this scheme only, many companies have come forward. Many seafood exporters have come forward to improve their value addition equipments. So we have also given subsidies for these companies. It's still going on. The same scheme is going on even now. And importance of quality is again ensured here. We started 3 more laboratories, I think in Nellore, Bhimavaram and Bhubaneswar. And we also started one more event called India International Seafood Show in 2010. And that is still going on. Last 2020, we had the latest edition. And then 2022, we are going to have another edition, most likely in Calcutta. And another important activity in this decade is the formation of Netfish and Naxa, these two. I'm very happy. The Vice Chairman has already talked about Netfish and Naxa and their contribution. So I don't want to repeat that. Then another important contribution during this year, this decade, was the introduction of EU catch certification scheme. And for the EU market, without this catch certification, we can't export. And I'm very, I acknowledge the contribution given by all my Netfish harbor data collectors for getting the data. And we started with 49 harbors. Now it is almost 100 harbors. So that is a wonderful contribution from one of our society, Netfish. And we also have when the black tiger has deteriorated due to WSSV diseases and all that, then we introduced the Vanami shrimp culture in the country, and then for that, a quarantine facility is required. That's what Mr. Elias Edji has mentioned in his speech, that aquatic quarantine facility in Chennai. In fact, without this, there is no Varami industry in the country. So this is also can be one of the leading milestones of MPEDA in that decade. Then the next decade, the current decade, we also started these ELISA labs. We also started one Porbandar, one quality control lab, to especially to meet the demand of Saurashtra region in Gujarat. And we started one microbiology laboratory in Kochi in the headquarters itself. And one of our societies called Naxa, they started 20 Aqua One centers. I think in all the coastal states. So that is also another important activity we have done. Then recently we got an exemption from Japanese government that our black tiger shrimp, they don't need to be, the quality control is not required. They don't want to take any samples other than normal samples. So that is also another important achievement of MPEDA. Then we have that certification. That certification is very, very important. So we started initially for the hatcheries, and now we are going to do it for the farms also. That safari certification also is started. And then, of course, these are all, somebody might ask these days, people are asking, you are a export promotion body, why are you entering into this? But my answer is that if MPEDA has not gone into production, if MPEDA has not gone into supply of seeds, MPEDA has not gone into the aquaculture and certification and all that, I don't know what would be the industry today. So really hats off to all my predecessors, all the chairmen, past directors, past secretaries, and all the employees. So for their vision, and then entering into various activities, even though we are not supposed to do that, but still, in hindsight, we can say all these initiatives are required, and there's only one agency in India who can do these initiatives, that is MPEDA. So that is why I think all our initiatives have become successful. So recently, we also started entering into marketing area, especially for our Naxa societies. It's called eSanta. So that also we just launched, and then we hope with the cooperation from our seafood exporters, we will make that also successful. And coming to the technology part, we have technology for various species of aquaculture, be it sea bass or mud crab or all other this tilapia and all that. And I'm very happy to say that for the mud crab technology, we got a patent also. So this is also another important, I think no other institute could do that. So all these activities has resulted in our growth in export of marine products. If you look at the slide, you will understand. It was minuscule about 50 years back. Now it has increased to 46,000 crores. So roughly about $6 billion. That is what we have done in the last 50 years. So next slide. Yeah. See here, I don't want to take much because in 1990, just about 271 units were there. Now it is 611 units were there. And then we have looking at the capacity. We have processing capacity just about 2,600 in 1990. In 2020, it is more than 33,000 metric tons per day. That is the capacity. So that is a growth in the industry. Then next slide, export scenario. Yeah, next slide. I don't want to touch upon because there are different varieties of fishes, marine fisheries and inland capture and inland culture and coastal aquaculture. But only marine and coastal aquaculture is contributing to our exports because of obvious reasons. And next slide. And this slide talks about the growth in the export scenario. We are the second largest producer of fish. I mean, the third largest producer of fish and second largest in aquaculture, and the fourth largest exporter. So I think we on this day, on this auspicious day, we should try to become from fourth largest exporter. It is there for the last so many years now. I think we should try to become third and then second. So that should be our vision, and I think everybody will try to work on those lines. And we are exporting to, I'm very happy to say that more than 100 countries we are exporting our marine products with all our support from our export units. And of course, USA is the topmost in terms of quantity and quality, in terms of volume and value. USA is the number one and China is the number two. So that's about the exports. The next slide. This I'll skip. Next. Export performance in the last year, there was a dip in the last year. It is natural because of COVID. COVID has affected everybody. So even our marine sector also, there is a 10% decrease in the quantity. So it's about 11.5 lakhs metric tons only we could do compared to 12.8 lakh metric tons in the previous year. And you know the reasons. I don't want to get into this. Then coming to the current year. Current year, you all know that the Commerce Ministry has given a target of $7.78 billion, and we have already achieved for up to July $2.27 billion. I'm very happy to say 2 out of $7.78 billion, the target given by Ministry, we have already achieved 2.27. That's nearly 29%. Still, there is some shortfall is there, and the Ministry is asking every day. They are asking questions: why there is a shortfall, and then what is the explanation? Why? What is the reason? Please make up in the next 1 month. So this is what our Ministry is asking. But of course, we are trying our level best, and our exporters also, our processors and exporters also. We have informed them about all these figures, and then they will, I'm sure we will be able to achieve this 7.78 this year. Then of course, the next point is it's not easy to simply enhance the exports. There are certain bottlenecks, there are certain issues to be addressed in all our activities, be it capture fisheries or culture. In capture fisheries, you all know there is a stagnation, decrease in production, landings is also decreasing. I'm sure the Gujarat people will understand this, Gujarat and Kochi people will understand. So there is definitely a decline in capture fisheries. And even in aquaculture, there is a stagnation. We have around, that area is around 1.5 lakh hectares. So that area is remaining constant the last 2-3 years, unless we improve. So that is what I have mentioned here. We need to improve. We need to bring more and more area under aquaculture. And then, of course, the technical barriers to trade. So many technical barriers to trade are there. We have to somehow, we need to overcome those technical barriers to trade. And we are trying our level best. And our value addition is also only about 6 to 7% only. We have to double that, be it chapter 16 or chapter 3. So these two, I think we need to improve the proportion of value added products in our exports. And of course, the branding is, we don't have any branding, any generic branding for Indian seafood. I've been telling many times about the need for the branding, and I'm sure the SEI will come out with some kind of a support and solutions to that. Next slide is how do we go about in the next 50 years? The 50 years we have seen what we have achieved, everybody appreciates that. But in the next 50 years, we have to look into these strategies. Unless we do this, unless we find solutions for these problems, we won't be able to achieve much bigger targets. So we have to increase the production. First of all, we have to increase. If we don't increase the production, then we can't enhance our exports. And for this, both from the culture side and the aqua capture side, we need to do that. And coming to culture, 3 points are there. One, area expansion. We need to expand the area. We need to improve the productivity. We need to diversify. See, unfortunately, all our exports, 70% of our exports is depending on only one species, that is Vanami. And then depending on one Vanami is not a healthy trend. We need to have several such Vanamis, maybe at least 5-6 such varieties, so that even if one variety goes down, the other variety will save us. So that is what we have to look into that. Then unit value enhancement, coming to the capture fisheries, where we have to improve our infrastructure in harbors. So I'm very happy the Honorable Minister for Finance has announced 5 harbors for upgradation, including Kochi here in Kerala. So Cochin, I think very soon we'll have a very big function, very big announcement of having a SPV also, special purpose vehicle for the management of this harbor. So very soon we'll get. We are eagerly waiting. I understand the decision has been taken at the highest level, and very soon we'll have a very good announcement on that. So that is what we are going to do, and then this infrastructure we have to improve in our boats also, fishing boats. Fishing boats should also have cold chain facilities and all that. Then we have to address these technical barriers to trade, that we have to make antibiotic residues is a very big issue. Antibiotic residues, then that is why we are taking all our steps, and then we need cooperation, full cooperation from our hatcheries and our processing plants, so that our antibiotic residues are at minimum. Then only the countries like European Union will encourage exports from India. And of course, the sustainability and biosecurity areas are also equally important. You know, you are all aware that these Marine Mammal Protection Act surveys are going on, and also the TED, that turtle excluder devices are being developed by CAFT. So these are all we are trying to develop, we're trying to improve them so that our technical barriers to trade can be addressed. And then finally, that export promotion also, I'm very happy to say that China being one of our important markets, we should understand Chinese market well. That's why a market research study has been given to one agency, one MR agency in Hyderabad, and I'm sure they are coming out with very soon, maybe within a week or so, we'll be able to present the observations, the findings of this MR's research on Chinese market. So that, and then similarly, we would like to do similar marketing research for the Gulf countries and for Russia, for other European countries also. So all these things also a part of our policies, our next strategies. Next slide. I think this is the last slide, I think. So we also need policy intervention from the government side. Otherwise, we won't be able to do that, because we are telling the aquaculture has to be increased. For aquaculture to increase, we need to have a land lease policies from the state governments. They need to earmark areas for aquaculture parks. Then only the land under aquaculture can increase. So that is very important. And for coming to the capture fisheries, the fishing harbors modernization is the need of the hour, and the professional management is another important activity, and vessel monitoring systems and MFR Acts. We have the MFR Acts. Every state has come out with the MFR Act to protect the sea cod. So we need to implement these provisions of the state MFR Acts. Otherwise, we will be able to, we won't be able to achieve our thing. So that's all from my side. I will complete this presentation, and I sincerely acknowledge the contribution made by all our predecessors, all our employees, present and past employees who have toiled. All because of that's why I thought I have given the journey of MPEDA in the last 50 years. So all those who have become 67, 70s and 80s, we have still people who have completed 80 years of age is still going strong. So all those people, I'm sure some of them might have hooked into this system today. So my salutes to all those vast employees who have really contributed to this industry, and all our present employees, right from all, not only the head office, but all our regional offices, and especially I don't want to forget my society employees and my society people, our chief executives of our 3 societies, Dr. Kandan, our of RGCA, Mr. Shenmukh Rao from Naksa, and Joyce Thomas from Netfish, and all their employees. And then see, you can see people have appreciated your efforts, people have acknowledged your efforts. Everybody, I once again congratulate them. I appreciate their contribution. And my only wish is that, as somebody said, I think our Bhishma Pitamaha has said, MPEDA is the is the only agency which is able to do that. So that's why my wish is that MPEDA, I want that E to be removed so that it will become MPDA. I hope this will happen in future. So that this MPEDA or MPDA will be the single and sole agency for development of fisheries in the country. So that is what my wish, and I hope it will become a reality in this year. And then this year we have lined up a series of programs, series of programs. I think our Dr. Karthikeyan has already mentioned to you. So these programs, one of the program is the change of logo. Logo also has to be changed because with the change of times, our logo is very old and it doesn't signify, it doesn't symbolize certain things which we are doing, like aquaculture is not represented, like value addition is not represented, like quality is not represented. So we would like to have a fitting logo so that this will also become more meaningful. So we are working on that logo, and hopefully with the approval of our ministry, we will be able to launch this new logo and other marketing efforts, creating awareness about Indian seafood. Somebody said Indian seafood that requires some kind of an awareness. So we are lining up certain programs. I hope you will see within the next 6 months or so, everything will be evident. And I request the fullest cooperation from Seafood Exports Association of India and all our AISHA, All India Shrimp Hatcheries Association, everybody, whoever is there involved in this big industry. It's a very big industry of nearly $7 billion worth of exports. The only exports is the $7 billion, and I'm sure there's a lot of domestic the industry is also there, a lot of domestic consumption also there. We have to increase the domestic consumption also. So, but again, there are some question marks whether MPEDA can do that or any other person can do that. So we are thinking that yes, MPEDA also can do it. So we are trying our level best to hopefully within the next 6 months or so, we will be able to see series of activities and I am expecting fullest cooperation from all of you, all the stakeholders, not only my employees are always with me. There is no doubt about that. They're all working hard, and because of their working only, their hard work only, we are able to do. So that's why my best wishes to all our employees, and today, and the past employees, those who have become pensioners now. I think everybody I acknowledge on this day, and best wishes again to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind and encouraging words with a well-structured presentation. May I invite our chief guest, Sri Muhammad Yusuf, IRS, Commissioner of Customs, Kochi, for the inaugural address.
Shri Shashidhar Srinivas, Chairman MPEDA, Dr. Karthikeyan, Vice Chairman, Shri Pradeep, those who have joined us virtually, Shri Aditya Das, Shri Ramohan, Shri Jagdish Fafandi, and then Shri Elia Seth. First of all, hearty congratulations, MPEDA. 50 years is a very good time. I've been listening to the previous speakers. I have also been closely observing the presentation has just been made. It's indeed a very incredible journey, the last 50 years or so. At the beginning, Pradeep was saying about the modest beginning of MPEDA, something like about 38,000 metric tons that you have started off with. And then the year that was gone by, about 11 lakh metric tons. Wow. And that is simply, some figures.
But then I have also been listening to the steady progression that MPEDA has already made from a modest body. I don't have much of domain knowledge as far as fishery is concerned. My domain knowledge is just limited to polishing of delicious fish delicacies. But then I now understand that the enormous kind of effort that goes through. So I am a generation who was made to believe that fish is the last wild food for man. But now I understand that it is only part of the capture. So that is what probably you call the what capture? It's, no, aquaculture is different. This is capture fishing. But it's not just capture fishing alone. There is culture fishing. Then MPEDA has gradually diversified into, value addition, then quality control. You were talking about certifications, research and analysis. Mr. Said was very eloquent when he was talking about the, your pioneering efforts regarding seeding is concerned. Then, of course, you are, to people like us who are enforcing other laws, MPEDA is mainly known for its marketing and quality control kind of activities. Now, I have come here and realized that it is a very wide world of activities here. And many times through this Panambali Nagar, I have seen this MPEDA office, but then this is the first occasion that I could actually come here. And what an opportunistic occasion, rather what an auspicious occasion, especially when you are celebrating this 50 years. And then I am especially grateful and very happy to be here. And more so when my good old friend Shashidhar is very much here. And I realize that under his stewardship, the MPEDA has really made progress in leaps and bounds. In a way, we are siblings in the service. He has just mentioned to you that we have joined together. So we have born in the service, and our initial years, we were brought up together in the service. And therefore, we are kind of siblings in the service. And it's with that pride of the siblings that I acknowledge that the progress and the development made by the MPEDA that has been quite commendable. And then what does this occasion signify? I'm told that the officers and staff of the MPEDA, not just the current incumbents, and also those who have been a part and parcel of MPEDA in the foregone decades, it is a recognition of the contribution made by the organization. So I think MPEDA can look back with pride and with a sense of accomplishment about what they have done for the last 50 years. I am in another department, and then mainly we are looking into the legal sides of exports and imports. Very occasionally, very occasionally, I meet the captains of the industry whenever they face any problems from our department or the allied laws that we are, implementing, or rather try to implement. So then sometimes smaller niggles are brought to my knowledge. And apart from my domain knowledge, which I've already confessed to you, that is the other knowledge that I only know about this thing. And when the other day Pradeep has come and met me, I am also told that there are a few other smaller issues like export incentives have been put on hold. I'm told that Ministry of Commerce is actively considering for the new scheme, because the current scheme, there is some objection from the international trade bodies, and the new refund scheme, which is a roadmap that has fully not been operationalized yet, but there is a lot of progress on that. I guess with that part being rolled out, it will be a great relief for the exporting communities. Now, it is said that the proof of pudding is in the eating. If the eloquence of Ilyas said is anything to go by, then I think, that is the most glowing kind of tribute that anybody can give to MPEDA. I certainly don't think that I can better it by any means, because I am from another side, another part of the government. I wish all the success to MPEDA, and I have already seen the plan from the chairman when he has presented for the next 50 years or so. First 50 years is already over. You have done very creditably. I have seen his clarion call that they need to diversify, and probably what is on the menu now is not just exports alone. It is for domestic consumption as well. And probably the chairman wish that, the export of the products, which is mainly centered around shrimp, and that to Vanamai, that need to be diversified into so many other products. So I hope that all the wishes of the chairman and the other officers and staff of the MPEDA comes very true. And personally, I also wish that the hope that Ilyas Seth was saying, for the career development of my good old friend, let that also come through, that in your future endeavor also, Shri Shashidhar Srinivas make tremendous progress. And then, then as a sibling in the service, I can also sit back and feel proud about it. With these words, I conclude myself. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Next is honoring of MPEDA employees who have completed 25 years of service in MPEDA. This year, we have 6 such prominent personalities in this category. Due to the pandemic situation, only 2 of them have been attending this ceremony here at Kochi. May I request respected Chairman, MPEDA, to present the mementos.
A request Shri Shashikant G. Padwal, Technical Assistant, RD Mumbai, to come forward and receive the memento. May I request Shri Hasha Bishit, Watchman, RD Mumbai, to come forward and receive the memento. The other officials who are virtually participating are Srimati Suma A, Assistant Director, Lab Bhimavaram, Srimati J. Madhavi, Junior Technical Officer, SRD Vaisak, Sri Kundan Singh Adhikari, Messenger, Trade Promotion Office, New Delhi, Sri Hassan Rasa, Messenger, Trade Promotion Office, New Delhi. The mementos for these officers will be awarded by the respective field officers.
Thank you, sirs. Now, we move on to the presentation of Rajeshwari Memorial Endowment Awards to the children of our colleagues who secured highest marks in the board examinations of 10th and 12th classes for the year 2019-20 and 2020-21. This award was instituted by Sri Rajan in remembrance of his wife, Srimati M. Rajeshwari, a former colleague who departed us during the service period. Award winners are requested to come forward to receive the awards. May I request our chief guest, Sri Mohammad Yusuf IRS, to distribute the awards.
For the year 2019-20, class 10th category CBSE, Kumari T.R. Krishna, daughter of Sri T.V. Ravindran, Junior Superintendent MPEDA Kochi. I invite Sri T.V. Ravindran to come forward and receive the award for his daughter. Class 10th category ICSE, Kumari Diya Deeds, daughter of Geetu Mohan, Senior Clerk, MPEDA Kochi. I invite Srimati Geetu Mohan to come forward and receive the award for her daughter. For the year 2020-21, class 12th category CBSE, Miss Vinitha PK, daughter of Sri Prasanna Kumar KV, Senior Clerk, MPEDA Kochi. I invite Sri Prasanna Kumar KV to come forward and receive the award for his daughter.
Three of our toppers are unable to attend the function. They are, for the year 2019-20, Class 12, Category CBSE, Kumari Rashmi Shirodkar, daughter of Sri Sheshendra Shirodkar, Junior Technical Officer, SRD Porbandar.
And for the year 2020-21, Class 10, Category SSLC, Mr. Abhirup, son of Sri Partha Sri, Messenger RD Kolkata. Class 10th Category CBSE, Miss Preeti Sheshendra Shirodkar, daughter of Sri Sheshendra Shirodkar, Junior Technical Officer, SRD Porbandar. The certificate and cash award of the awardees who could not reach here today will be sent to the respective field officers. Congratulations and best wishes to all awardees.
On this auspicious occasion, we are happy to announce the launch of our yet another milestone, the eStat. May I invite Sri Anil Kumar P, Joint Director Marketing, MPEDA, to offer felicitations and give a brief introduction on eStat package.
The chief guest of the day, Sri Mohammad Yusuf IRS, Commissioner of Customs, Cochin, respected Chairman MPEDA, other dignitaries, a very good evening. I consider myself extremely fortunate to work in MPEDA and especially to be able to attend this function. I do not want to repeat what the previous speakers have said, but I would like to say that the contributions, the monumental contributions of MPEDA in transforming this marine products export industry, when I look at those contributions, I feel that we are standing on the shoulders of giants who had made all the efforts. And my sincere gratitude to all the previous generation, the pensioners, for their enormous contribution, and my best wishes to all the colleagues in MPEDA, current colleagues in MPEDA, for the oncoming Golden Jubilee celebrations, 50th year Golden Jubilee celebrations of MPEDA. With these words, let me come back to my responsibility of introducing eStat package. You have heard about the enormous contributions of MPEDA during the past 50 years. It's not only the transformational changes we have contributed to, such as introduction of coastal aquaculture in India. We are also continuously doing innovations. eStat package is one such innovation. As all of you are aware, the exporters are required to submit their export documents every month to MPEDA as a part of statistics collection. Right now, what is happening is the exporters submit the paper documents of the shipping documents to MPEDA field offices. The field offices enter these information onto the computer, and the computer, the information entered in the computer in the field office is zipped into a file and sent by email to head office for compilation and publication of MPEDA export figures. Now, we know that data and data analytics has become very, very crucial for success in future. Right now, we have an ambitious export target. To meet these export targets, we need to know where we stand right now so that we can improve. The eStat package is such an innovation. It is a win-win situation for MPEDA as well as for the exporters. The exporters no need to send somebody to MPEDA office to deposit the documents, export documents. There is no need to take photocopy of the export documents and give it to MPEDA. With the eStat package, the exporters can upload their IceGate PDF document to the eStat package portal, and that's it. The document will be read automatically by technology using artificial intelligence, and the data will be populated into the MPEDA database. At the same time, the exporters have another privilege also. Each exporter will have a dashboard wherein he can see his performance, and he can also put queries and do analytics to see his market performance. This is what the eStat package is. I will not go much into it. I would request, there's a presentation by the Broadway Infotech. Sri Ashwini Kumar is there. They are the people who have developed this package. I would request Sri Ashwini Kumar of Broadway Infotech, the software company, who had developed this very innovative package, to give his presentation. Sri Ashwini Kumar, please.
Thanks a lot, Anil sir. Thanks for the kind words. Welcome to the chief guest, Shri Mohammad Yusuf sir, Chairman MPEDA, Shri K.S. Srinivas ji, and very warm welcome to all the dignitary presents and officials from MPEDA. I'm really privileged that we are becoming part of a moment in the history for MPEDA's 50th Formation Day, and it's a destiny we were chosen to build such application, and we are just making a small contribution in your journey, and hope it really works very well for you. So let me now share my screen quickly and start my presentation, and maybe just give you a bit of insight into the software which we have built. Just 1 second. I'm just about to share. Is that visible to everyone? Because I'm
No,
not yet. 1 second. Slide. Allow me a minute. Share. I believe you should be able to see now a screen.
Yes.
And I'm just going to bring the presentation. Sometimes technology can be difficult. Hang on a second. I'm really sorry about this.
We can see it now. We can see it. You can go ahead.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the screen, let me just, okay. So once again, warm welcome, and let me get into the actual presentation quickly without wasting too much of your time. As Anil sir has already mentioned about, these were the objectives given to us when we started building this application. Now, the main objective given to us was to capture data digitally from exporter on a real-time basis, and also capture data electronically from exporter to minimize any chance of data entry errors. So these were the broad objectives. And then along with that, there was a lot of effort required at the MPEDA field offices to validate data, and then collect all the data and send it to the head office, and then analyze and utilize the data for helping MPEDA plan and project future export growths. So these were the broad objectives from which we started looking at this project. Going to the next slide, this eStat package is divided into 3 different parts. One part deals with the field office portal. Another one is for a head office, where head office can utilize the same portal. And we've also come up with the exporter portal so that the exporter can have real-time information and can interact with MPEDA electronically through this platform. So this is the first glimpse of how exporter will, encounter or see this portal when they come in. They get to this login screen, which is where they have to log into the portal. And once they're inside, this is what they get to see as a dashboard. Now, there are these are some basic charts available, which is to basically show exporter what ports they're using, which countries they're exporting the most, what type of items they're doing, and they can see this information in many different ways and shape. So I've just chosen few charts just to showcase what the capabilities are in terms of dashboard. Moving on, within the portal, now exporters can actually log into this portal and submit their shipping bill. There are three ways exporter can submit a shipping bill. And this was actually decided after a long deliberation with many MPEDA officials, that what is the best way for exporter to submit information which they have. And generally speaking, they don't want to re-enter the data. It takes a lot of time. So what we decided to build was to build a platform which allows them to import a ready-made file available to them, which is coming from customs ICE gate submission. So they don't have to do anything. They do the submission to the custom, they get the final outcome from customs, and then with the help of this little button, they can import that file into to our portal. Okay, now going to the next screen, which will show you the first option which they have. The way they can do it is, if somebody wants to manually input the data, that option is available. They can input the data on the screen and save it along with any attachment, like a copy of shipping bill in a PDF or an invoice copy, along with any comment they want to put it. So that's the first traditional way of doing things, of entering data. The next option available to them, and this is where I think Anil sir mentioned about AI and machine learning. We struggled a lot in the beginning when we were validating data which was coming from the PDF file. Some of the terminology wasn't similar in terms of, when exporters were filling data. So after a lot of deliberation, we devised a strategy or a AI algorithm in this platform. It allows us to read the data from the PDF file, validate the data, and show it in a different color codes. So whatever it finds relevant from the PDF file shows in a green color. That means that's a perfect match. And any information which doesn't match, it prompts them that this could be this, because based on the past choices you've made, so the system learns on its own. As it gets used more and more, it becomes more and more intelligent. So it's a very small contribution of AI, but it does help in terms of capturing data. I'll continue further. You can also, the third option is if some of the companies or the exporter who are quite large and they have other systems they use, they can export the data in an Excel format and import it either in single shipping bill, or they can also do a bulk shipping import. So they could do, like, in one hit, they can easily submit 50 or 100 shipping bill if they're doing large amount of shipments. So that's another convenient way of gathering information. And I think the biggest hurdle generally we feel for any software is the usage uptake. And the objective is to basically make exporters' life very easy, for them to use this portal very conveniently, very user-friendly, so that they don't get lost on the screen. So those are the basic design principle we used when we, came up with this very simple portal for exporter. I'll move to the next screen. I think you also mentioned about this also. Now, there will be times when they need to communicate to MPEDA, and the traditional way is generally to either call or send an email, and it gets lost and there's no trackability. Now, in the MPEDA exporter portal, an exporter can request information or request a clarification, or let's say if they don't have a species available in the database, so they can do all that communication via this portal itself. So that's the next feature which we have for exporter to communicate with MPEDA in a very seamless fashion, and whenever they need to communicate. So they can send this request in the middle of the night, and next morning MPEDA officials can reply back. They don't have to wait for the next morning to call MPEDA office. Another item on the screen on the top is the reconciled shipping bill. This is like, submitting a GST return. So we thought, like, they probably do a monthly reconciliation, and a similar feature has been developed where they can do reconciliation of all the shipping bill for a month and submit a batch to MPEDA informing that we have done the reconciliation of all the shipping items or shipping bills which we have done for the last 30 days or 60 days or 90 days on a periodic fashion. So that's another good thing available for exporters who are going to use this system. Now, there's a powerful search available for exporter. They can search by shipping bill, shipping date, invoice number, and many different, by port. So even with this portal, they have access to their historical data. So whatever they're going to have inputted in the last, I think 25 years, if I'm not wrong, that all the data is available for exporter, even if sometimes they may not be maintaining that records themselves. That's another good thing for exporter. Now, going into now, which is what we call reporting. If an exporter wants to analyze what they did 5 years ago, what they did 2 years ago, there's a powerful reporting tool available, which will allow them to do reports either by port or by region or by items or many different criteria they can use to do reporting. Moving on, the next portal which is available, and this is to do with head office. So how do head office manages information which is coming from, let's say, exporter? So it is a seamless transfer of information. Nobody has to do anything. Whatever is submitted by exporter comes into MPEDA portal, and MPEDA head office and field office have similar look. Means they are quite similar in terms of their features. So I've chosen head office as an example. Head office also sees all the data, but now they're seeing data from every exporter, every port, every office. So the consolidated picture, a bird's eye view is available to the MPEDA office on their fingertip. They don't have to, export data, get it in Excel, do the pivots. Everything is done for MPEDA officials and head office. And they'll have this data available either on a financial year, or they can do bar chart, pie chart. Many options are available. I've just taken one example here. Going to the next screen, even MPEDA, for any reason, if exporter is unable to do electronic submission, there is a backup plan available for either a field office or MPEDA office, head office, to actually do the manual entry or upload the shipping bill on behalf of exporter as well. So that feature is still available within MPEDA head office platform. This is the screen which is quite detailed in terms of reporting requirement. So MPEDA head office has a wide variety of reporting requirement. So we've tried to cover almost every combination they require in terms of data analysis. And data analysis is, I think we've all spoken about it. It is very important. It helps you plan, it helps you project, it helps you strategize and understand what is happening and what you can do to prevent. Let's say if something is going wrong, data will help you understand the problem, underlying problems. So the strong reporting dashboard allows MPEDA officials to analyze data which is available to them in many different ways. Like you can analyze port wise, either through a market, or you can do analysis on a per item basis or a group of items. So I'm not going into more details, but all these capabilities are available. Along with, there is what we call a custom report creation also available. This is called on the fly. You choose your criteria and you create your own reports based on certain predefined criteria which are available, which we have not been able to visualize. So you also have that tool of creating your own reports yourself. And then there are certain reports which are predefined report for certain publications and other purposes, which are currently part of MPEDA package, which is also available. These are sample reports just for your convenience, because it's going to take a lot of time if I had to do all this on an online basis. So I've picked some reports, and this is all the data which is available. Like you can have a date range, you can do sorting, many different ascending, descending options are available. So it's all customizable, quite well laid out on the screen for MPEDA officials to, this is a report which I was talking about, a dynamic report. It basically allows you to build a report as you need. I know it's a bit technical maybe for the audience, but it is quite useful for what MPEDA does, because MPEDA relies heavily on data. So we came up with this idea where they should be able to build their own reports. They do a lot of maintenance in the software. So this is a screen to show how you do maintenance, user management. I'm just rushing through it, conscious of time, because you obviously will be quite busy. It's got a complete roles and permission management. So MPEDA can decide who will get what in the platform. So that's also available within this software. It's a small software, but it's got a lot of capabilities. Now, I do have more screens, unless and until you want me to go through it, because that's again to do with field offices, which is similar to head office. So
we can rush through. Yeah.
Yes, I'll just flick through it. You can see, like, the field office can also do the same things which head office can do, a different login to every field office. They do similar work as exporter. They can do it if they need to, but we expect that slowly most of the work will be done by exporter, and field office and head office is there to assist them and then actually use the data to really analyze and project. So that brings me to the end of presentation. I mean, that's the capability of the current platform which we have built. And I would like to just take half a minute. I would like to thank everyone who's contributed to this project, MPEDA officials, some of the exporters have also participated, field officers have participated, and the support given by the management at the chairman, sir, and few other people. I don't want to take everybody's name because I'm going to forget somebody's name. So, and it has been a very, very, good experience for me personally. And this is what my personal contribution is in this whole journey for MPEDA. And we would like to see you growing further and further. And I'm so proud to see that what MPEDA has achieved in the last 50 years. It's remarkable. Thank you very much for everyone. If there's any question, I'm more than happy to answer for the presentation. Otherwise, I'm complete.
Thank you. Thank you, Sri Ashwini. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Now, may I invite our chief guest, Sri Muhammad Yusuf, IRS, to launch the eStat package by clicking the icon.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request respected Chairman, MPEDA, to present the memento as a token of our love and gratitude to our renowned chief guest, Sri Muhammad Yusuf, IRS.
Thank you very much, sirs. Now I invite Sri Nishant K. Joint Secretary, MPEDA Staff Club, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, respected Chairman, Chief Guest, other dignitaries on the dais. I deem it as a great honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. On behalf of MPEDA, I thank our Chief Guest, Sri Muhammad Yusuf, IRS, Customs Commissioner Kochi, who has spent his busiest time gracing the occasion. Today, we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will definitely encourage us in our future events. And lastly, congratulations, sir, on completing 25 years of a valuable service. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I thank our Honorable Chairman, Sri K.S. Srinivasa IAS, for being the catalyst who inspires us to do our best and stand as a pillar of power and compassion. Congratulations, sir, again for completing 25 years of a valuable service. Thank you. I thank Sri Aditya Dash, Vice Chairman MPEDA, who joined virtually, for your wholehearted support and thoughtful words. I'm thanking you very much, sir. Special thanks to Dr. Karthikeyan M, Director MPEDA, for your full wholehearted support and blessings. Thank you, sir. I thank Sri K.S. Pradeep IFS, Secretary MPEDA, for adorning the occasion and sharing his opinions today. Thank you, sir. On behalf of MPEDA, I thank Sri Jagdish V. Fofandi, National President, SCI, and Sri Elias Said, Secretary General, SCI, who joined virtually and sharing the encouraging words. Thank you, sir. Sincere thanks to Dr. Ramohan M.K., Joint Director, Quality Control, and Sri Anil Kumar P., Joint Director, Marketing, for your kind words. Your motivation will always inspire us to give us our best. Thank you, sir. I thank all our respected pensioners who are attending this event virtually Your guidance and support will help MPEDA to strive more heights. Thank you, sirs. I thank Sri Shashikant ji and Harsha ji for coming down to Kochi during this tough time. Thank you, sirs. Thanking all joint directors, deputy directors, assistant director, and other officers, and all the staffs of MPEDA and its society who are present here and who are all attending this event virtually. Thank you for your all-out support, cooperation for making this event a grand success. I thank all our service providers for your zealous support for the smooth conduct of this event. I thank all our staff club members for their great support. Once again, thanking each and everyone. Let us kickstart Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and an year-long MPEDA Golden Jubilee celebrations. Stay safe and happy. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. With this, the inaugural function comes to an end. All are requested to stand up for the national anthem.
I extend sincere thanks to each and everyone who have attended the program, and extend sincere thanks to Yusuf sir also. Thank you. With this, the program is closed. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting us. Chairman Saab, namaste.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.